Based on the time this
Hello,
corpse
everyone.
appeared,
Hello.
it should be about 40 hours ago.
Tama is expecting us to figure out the mystery behind it already.
Very quickly.
And
now I was gonna take
Rigor
like,
mortis
the whole
seems to
game
be
to
fading
figure
already.
it out.
Yeah.
It's not completely gone yet, but the body has somewhat softened at this point. It should take more time to get to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. That's why I think this corpse was kept
That was
indoors.
smart.
Someplace warm.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting
The mortis
evidence.
was already fading, and the body had somewhat softened by the time it was found.
Getting evidence.
I wonder how deep this sign is embedded.
What do we do
Pull
at
it out.
times like these?
Oh,
Right, the X-ray.
how do I X-ray it?
A. Switch mode. Hold left.
Oh, I got it.
Wow, I can switch to X-ray mode too.
That's because I've gathered all data
Cutie
from the
boy,
scene.
cutie girl.
The bottom part of the signboard is stuck pretty deep in there.
There's a bit of a curve at the tip.
It looks like an arrow to
Kind of
me.
like a man's, you know what?
Couldn't you have compared it to a
does look like a
fish hook or
fish hook.
something?
Well, it won't come out easily. Whoever stuck it in probably didn't want
What's
it pulled
that
out.
tube
Of
next
course
to
not.
it, though?
A signboard would be useless unless
Maybe
it's
an
standing.
eye.
It's
Or a bomb.
useless unless it's standing?
I bet it's the
Let's
bomb.
not go there.
No, that's not what I
But
meant.
how did they get the bomb in there?
Wait, the sign would be useless if it wasn't standing? Tama is saying maybe it wouldn't be
What's
useless.
this? There's something inside the body.
Oh,
Three
if you
things
pull out the
catch
sign,
my
it
attention.
activates the bomb.
First, a mixture of potassium chlorate, sulfur, and red phosphorus. This is probably a
Oh,
fire
you see,
starter.
Move
The
Would
corner
ignite
of the
very
sign is gonna ignite the thing.
Oh, but no one pulled the sign when it blew
The fuse
up.
is coiled up
Oh,
and
no.
extends from there. By the way, the fuse includes an oxidizing agent, so it can continue to burn even inside the body. And finally, at the end of the fuse is a powder mixture of iron oxide and aluminum. This is a substance that causes a
Thermite?
thermite
What's
reaction.
thermite?
When ignited,
Oh.
it creates heat of over 3,000 degrees Celsius
Self-combustion.
and burns violently.
Inside the corpse is a fuel that goes off with even the slightest impact. A fuse and a substance that
anybody
causes a
touch the
thermal
sign?
reaction.
Or it did appear, so maybe it hit the floor.
Yeah, and then it took a while for it to blow up.
Are you gonna stay in X-ray mode?
And there's a bunch of mannequins here.
No, because you're in X-ray mode.
I know, I'm just kind of looking at everything in X-ray mode.
I feel like there might be something more to do with the sign. Oh, a light switch. Doesn't do anything.
Is there anything in our desks?
Good. I was gonna say, if Iris is a suspect, again, I would have screamed.
Nothing in the desks. It's the seat for us.
It looks like there's nothing. Maybe the screen? Or maybe where the host was standing, because he was saying some suspicious things.
Is there anything in the monitor? No. Alright.
The questions for the quiz also show up here too.
Podium? Anything in it? Nope.
Why are there mannequins behind it though?
These aren't good for much other than for show.
Why is there mannequins behind
Hit
it?
hit it, and then maybe you could hit A.
But
Oh,
I
maybe we
already
have
did.
to find something else first.
It's a big monitor here.
Looks like it's there so the performers can check how they look on screen.
What's this?
Something on the table.
There's an electric kettle here.
Maybe it's for having tea
I mean,
during
it's
breaks.
hot, isn't it?
Nothing in it. The camera?
Yeah, that's where I was going. Showing the entire world through this camera. Okay. It's probably the same for all the cameras then.
The ceiling?
Oh.
The corpse?
Getting a better look at it. It looks like something tied to his waist. It's like a spider's thread.
Oh!
No,
So it fell from
even
the
thinner.
ceiling.
My analysis concludes that this is a CNT, or carbon nanotube. graphene sheets with a thickness of a
Huh?
single
Isn't that like
carbon
small,
atom.
small? Why can't we see
These
it?
were rolled into a cylindrical shape to make these
We're
nanotubes.
squinting.
The diameter is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it's not visible to the naked eye.
What? But I can see it.
That's because this thread is made by bundling multiple CNTs. I've also enhanced your vision so you'd be able to see it. By the way, CNTs are extremely durable. They're elastic and hard to break, and it's
What?
said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times that of steel. Anyway, where is the
Ceiling?
other end of the CNT connected?
So someone was
No,
on the
no,
roof
no.
that night.
It's the ceiling and then goes back down. So
Oh, so it's a
someone,
pulley
it's a
system.
pulley. Yeah.
Oh, when the lights turned off, the body fell.
Yeah.
That way. Over by that red lamp.
Oh.
So it wasn't teleportation.
What's this?
It's the light switch.
The
Oh.
CNT.
Not
So when
teleportation,
the lights
but
turned off, that's how the body appeared.
so the body was just hiding up there this entire time, and no one
Nobody
looked
saw
up.
it?
There's not. It's not like you could like hide anything up there if you look up. It's just an open ceiling.
Okay, it looks like
Maybe
we're
the
pretty
sound
much
was
done
coming from the
investigating
body.
here. Using the clues we've gathered so far, we should be able to solve the mystery.
You mean the mystery of how
Oh
Jin's
well, we
body
could solve
appeared.
how it
That's
appeared,
what
but
you're
not how
talking
it was
about, right?
hidden.
Yep. Let's get on that now. First thing.
Oh, this is
about
some
that power
Danganronpa
outage
type
when
thing.
The body appeared.
No,
was
it
it
was
really
no.
just a power
affect the
outage?
pulley.
I was wondering about that too. The lights came back on way too quickly. Plus, if the power did go out, the stream should have cut out at the same time.
But the stream went on, no problem.
So it wasn't an outage. The
Yes.
lights were switched off.
Someone
So how did
probably
the lights
turned
get
it
turned
off.
off?
Well, I think I know what did it.
Click it. The switch.
That's the switch that powers the lighting.
Yeah, let's not overthink this. Someone simply walked up and flipped this switch.
But no one was near the switch when the lights went out. Let's try
Huh?
to
The
think of
corpse
something
turned it
else.
off. The corpse pulled it.
Oh.
There were bundled CNTs tied to the body. They were routed through the ceiling beams and onto the light switch.
But a dead body can't
That
pull
is so
strings.
cute.
No, but it
Yeah, I
can
like
fall
that she's
from the ceiling,
floating.
I mean.
Now that you mention it, I thought I heard something hit the floor right after the lights went out.
The body fell from the ceiling and tugged on the CNT, which caused the light switch to turn off.
Got that.
So on to the next question. The corpse was hidden up in the ceiling, right? Then how did it fall?
The culprit used the mechanism of the body softening
Was that a
after
guess?
rigor mortis. The
Uh-huh.
body must have been placed up in the ceiling
It
like a
worked.
bridge between two beams. It would stay up there while the
Jimmy, it
body is
worked.
still stiff.
Yeah.
But as time passes and rigor mortis lessens, the corpse softens.
And that's
That's
what
a
made it
because like there's no
fall.
way there was a person up there. That's
Now
too
for
like
the final
suspicious.
question. Why
The
did the
bomb.
body
The
explode?
contact
in
is
the sign.
burned.
Well, that
The
can
bomb.
be explained by using the
Contact of
X-ray
the-
mode.
No, it's the
The
body.
signboard is stuck. So how did the what?
You hit corpse.
There you go. I'm smart.
It's because of the ignition agent combusted from the
I'm so
impact
smart.
of the body hitting
Yes.
the ground.
Pep
The
is
fire
smart.
went up the
200
coiled
200
fuse
IQ.
and onto the substance that triggered a thermite reaction. The substance was eventually
So
ignited.
it makes sense,
causing a
but who
huge
put him up
explosion.
there?
Yeah,
So
we
that
have to
interval
figure it out.
between the fall and explosion was because of the time it took for the fire to reach the end of the fuse. I get it. It was hard to find traces of that trick because it was such an analog method.
We're only 75%? What are we missing?
Alright, I think we're starting to figure things out here. So you can turn off this VR space now.
No, not yet. That was just a rehearsal. We still
Tama,
have
what do you
the
know and you're
main
not
show.
telling us?
What do you mean?
We're recreating the culprit's actions.
Are you telling me to do that?
You're the only actor here, aren't you?
Actor?
Does this contribute to Ryuki's mental health?
So, I'm Tama, the director and camera operator. Now that I'm in the director's chair, I'm not going to tolerate shoddy acting.
Are we recording something?
Of course we are. We're
What
testing a
theory?
here,
Like
so
that
we
the
need to
culprit
create
is
something
in
that can
the
be viewed
area?
objectively.
No.
The culprit
that-
has
this
no
could have
reason to
happened.
be
What
here.
you're going on about.
Check your stupid mouth, you third-rate
Didn't
good
it
part
put the body
actor.
of the
Are you too much of
ceiling?
a moron to figure this out without the director having to tell you everything?
But
Just zip it and play the culprit. If we're doing this, we're going
Macadamia
for the Academy Award.
Macadamia?
Like
Macadamia?
macadamia?
The nuts?
Enough! Let's get this started. Ready?
That was funny.
Action!
Hi!
Aw.
I'm,
adorable.
the culprit who killed
Ryuki.
Jin. Now, prepare to witness an
this
amazing
the Ota
show
theme?
featuring
I have no idea.
this corpse.
Not only is your acting amateurish, but I don't even understand what kind
Who's
of
playing the
character you're
narrator?
trying to
The
play
pompous
here.
narrator.
I am an amateur.
Well, this is just the beginning, so I'll give you a pass for now. Let's start with the positioning of the body. Where and how was it placed?
On the
Well.
roof beams.
It was right here. The body was placed so it was hung like a bridge between two beams.
You can place it like this because it was stiff from rigor mortis. So that's how they did the light trick.
Carbon nanotubes, CNT, were tied to the body. The CNT went up the beams and extended downward onto the light switch.
CNT is too thin to be seen with the naked eye, so no one noticed it.
I've got it all set up. Now I just need to wait for the rigor mortis to subside.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in character?
Boy! I sure hope the corpse gets
Yuki's
softer
so cute.
soon. Needs to be soft and squishy.
Adorable.
Octopus!
This scene makes no sense. I'm cutting it out.
You made me do it.
And after time passed, rigor mortis began to subside.
Ew.
The body falls, and the impact sets off the ignition agent inside it. The fire travels up the fuse line.
Soon after, a staff member turns on the light.
Bam! A body appears, as if it teleported in out of nowhere. Sometime later, the burning fuse inside the body reaches the explosives. And that is the truth behind the corpse's sudden appearance.
What are you,
and
Hajime?
explosion.
Yes.
Cut! Good work!
100%.
I got some nice footage of the reenactment.
I still don't understand why the acting was
Me
necessary.
neither, but it was cute.
It was like a recap, I guess, to make sure we as the player understand it.
Yeah, but
I
it
don't
was
know.
cute. It was very cute.
Very Danganronpa.
Now what? Now we have to figure out who was there like the night before the show.
It all makes sense now. That corpse didn't teleport here after all.
Of course it didn't. Though the culprit obviously wanted it to seem that way.
Half of a body just suddenly
Definitely
appearing out of
someone put a
nowhere,
bad
just like the
spin on it.
Philadelphia experiment. Someone went through all that trouble to make it look like something strange occurred.
I think they also wanted to draw as much attention as possible to that sign. All so they could spread that QR video.
Why did they blow up the corpse?
Their goal was to make it seem like a supernatural phenomenon. That's why they couldn't leave the CNT on the scene.
Because it would give away the trick?
Oh.
Right.
So that's why they caused a thermite reaction and
Oh, like
destroyed
the
the
thread?
CNT.
Yeah. CNT is highly flammable carbon material. It doesn't stand a chance against 2000 degree temperatures, but it bonds with oxygen to create carbon dioxide, which helps extinguish the flame. That's the rigor mortis
The
time.
culprit must have wanted the body to fall during the live stream, right? It would
Oh,
have
so
been
they're probably a
pointless otherwise.
contestant.
But could they really predict when rigor mortis would dissipate so accurately?
The culprit didn't put the corpse up on the ceiling beams while it was completely stiff. It had to have been after the body had started to soften, just slightly. That way, they could estimate that the body would fall in a few hours or so. The stream was scheduled for a whole 6 hours. The culprit was fine as long as the body fell sometime during that period.
Look at Tama.
I didn't look at Tama,
That
sorry.
body fell from the
I'm very
studio
interested.
ceiling. If it fell sideways when it landed, the culprit's plans would have been ruined.
Yes, like you said, it would have been pointless unless the sign was standing erect, just like a
Oh,
man's
Tama.
you-know-what.
Again with that joke? Besides, it is not useless when it's not erect.
Exactly.
Sign with it.
What?
There was another purpose to the sign. It's the same reason darts and rockets have tails.
Oh,
The
free
Fusion?
fall.
I get it. The cut surface would naturally face the ground because of that sign. It was meant to control the body's posture as it fell.
Man, we didn't get to look at Tama.
That's some kind of analogy, Tama.
So, to wrap it all up, the culprit's motive was to make this seem like a supernatural phenomenon and to spread the QR video, right?
I don't know if that's all there is to it, but probably.
I wonder why Jin was chosen.
Who knows?
Where could his left side be?
It hasn't been found yet. Anyway, starting our search with the people who might have the intel we need is the #1 rule of investigation, right?
Like who?
Jin's right half was up in the studio ceiling the whole time we were shooting the show. There must be someone who knew about it, or at least noticed it.
You mean...
Shinpei?
Director! Shinpei Wagai!
Right.
Where is he now?
I've tracked him down using his smartphone GPS. He's in Akihabara right now, at the
We get
main
to see his
cafe
wife!
Sunfish Pocket.
Our
His girlfriend.
I was standing there. So it's
How do I...
X.
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 Made...
I'm glad you got
Sunfish
to look
Pocket.
at Tama.
You want to control now? Or...
Okay, I can control if you want me to.
Because I don't know if you want to do the Somniums. So...
Tama's driving us fast.
Feast.
How many
2F.
hours has it been?
Blu-ray
Oh,
DVD.
23:30. I haven't been paying attention to the times at all.
Me neither. We're still in the past.
Yeah, and we're still on the same day in the past. That looks like a memorial.
No, it's just the employees. Don't
I
worry
know.
about it.
Ota, are you here?
Jinpei.
There he is!
Ah, shit.
Damn!
What, Jinpei?
Ah!
Why is he
Quick time events!
trying to shoot us? I'm sorry. I made
okay.
you do the quick time event.
I got this. I think.
Why is he shooting us?
Because he knows we're police.
L?
Oh no, it was L down!
Pip. You killed Ryuki.
At least we got to see
Was she
Tama's
shooting the
face.
person on the floor?
No, he was aiming for our leg. Or our chest.
Well, he was aiming at us
If the
and
L
he
direction
killed
changes,
us.
I'm gonna be so mad.
Just pay attention. Don't go that
Pay
fast.
attention.
L down.
Nice, Ryuki!
I'm glad there was no one behind us. You
Again?
know? I hope he doesn't accidentally hit someone. Oh, that looks
It's all
closer
aiming
to
at
a
the
person.
door. I thought his wife was
I-
here. Wow!
No, did that hit someone?
No. I didn't know Ryuki was strong.
I mean, he is a guy.
Firing your gun in here? Are you insane? There are customers and staff in here!
My bad.
An apology is not gonna cut it!
Several people have called the authorities. The local police should be here soon.
Hey, can't you just let me go?
What?
I told you, my girl's pregnant, right? I can't go to jail! That's why I accepted his offer in the first place. I needed money to take care of my kid.
Accepted whose offer?
Some guy
Oh.
named Terror. I don't know his real name. Haven't seen his face or heard his voice either. All my contact with him was through Nile.
What did he ask you to do?
He said,
You're lucky you didn't kill anyone, man.
Shinpei, you feel safe telling Ryuki all of this?
I mean, it's that or jail time.
I want to borrow the studio for an hour or so on the 10th before you start preparing for the stream. Do not let anyone in the studio during this time. That includes you. All you need to do is to keep the entrance unlocked. That's all. Pay you 5 million. If everything goes well, I'll pay you on the night of the 11th.
so me and the staff haven't met this Terror guy at all.
So
I don't
tonight,
know what happened in the
he's
studio
gonna
either.
appear tonight.
I had no
Give him the
idea that was
money.
gonna happen.
Come to class 3A at 2nd.
It's a student?
You'll get your money there.
Class
That's
3A.
Mama and
You're
Iris'
high.
class.
Ryuki!
And Kizzy.
Yeah,
I don't
let's
think
go.
Kizzy's in 3A. Maybe? But
Well,
we only know 3 high
What's her name?
schoolers.
Amame's at work. We saw her.
Oh, and they did say the high school has poor security,
Uh-huh.
so somebody could have gone in.
Yeah.
There's no school today, so it doesn't have to
There's
be
no
a
security
student.
cameras either. hope it's not his wife. Huh? What?
The director of Horodori Institute of Genetics, Chikara Horodori.
So his first memory was of probably the dude.
It can't
the
be.
terror. That's why he didn't want us to see it.
But they synced with him.
Yeah, but remember the first memory got replaced with a different memory and we still got information from the different memory.
Nothing to be done.
Ryuki Chapter 2.
The shrine?
Why the high school? Maybe because
Is it
nobody's
one of
there?
the students? Well, they have to know about the poor security, so Guinea?
Mr. Date told me about this shrine. This place is so full of nature.
Ryuki likes nature.
Just like Yoyagi Park. It's just calming here.
I see.
Why does Tama sound sad?
Tama, would you mind giving me some support?
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about Chikara's murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Ryuki?
What do you mean?
I feel like all of this has been taking a huge mental toll on you.
I'm fine.
He's not
More
fine.
importantly, can you recreate the crime scene for me? I just need to close my eyes, right?
Yeah, but...
Why are you worried, Tama?
Fine.
Because Tama
I'll play along.
is knows everything about.
You are technically my master.
I know, but
I can't disobey your
what
orders.
signs is Ryuki showing that he's in distress?
Did you not see his
Let's
face
start
when he
then.
saw the body? And him needing to keep going to places to calm down?
Oh,
That's pretty clear that you're in distress.
I know, but he's a police officer.
That doesn't mean he has good mental stability. If you're a police
no,
officer,
I mean, he's seen bodies like this all the time.
not cut in half. You don't see cut in
Perfect.
half
It's
bodies.
just like the real thing.
I learned how to do 3D
Nice.
modeling in a correspondence course. Back when I was a student, my grandma told me I should learn a
That's
skill
a joke,
set.
I think. Teacher's desk. A teacher's desk, there's nothing suspicious. Student's desk, nothing might lead to a clue. Chair?
Ryuki, can you not rub your face on it?
I'm
He's
not!
scared.
He's not a
Nothing
pervert. Leave him alone.
Blackboard? Nothing. Locker? Nothing. Okay. Can't check. Window? It's not even open.
Check the body now.
Door. This guy left nothing behind. I'm gonna look at it first.
Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th, right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
X-ray. Oh.
Can I look at it still? Okay. Oh. Corpse. X-ray.
I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that it has
Tama.
no guts!
You scared me, Tama.
What?
I know. That was so bad. The joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it. I mean, look, the corpse
But
is
why?
completely missing its guts. I couldn't let this
This is a
chance
black
pass
market
me
of
by.
guts.
Did you take it
The
out?
corpse is on the blackboard because it doesn't have internal organs anymore.
Looks
The
like
open
there
space
aren't
inside
any
the
other
body has
clues
lower
here.
pressure than outside. It's similar to how suction cups work.
Ew!
No other clues? Why the guts? Did they take out the guts just to suction
Didn't
cup
they
into the
talk about
blackboard?
guts earlier in the black market?
No, that was Riverdale.
Well?
Oh.
Satisfied?
Hmm.
I'm looking at her. What about the security cameras?
There is none.
I checked the footage, but I didn't see anyone suspicious. Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. You remember what Gen said? The security at Sekiba High is completely lacking.
Maybe the killer
They
knew
had to
that.
know about that.
About the
though.
now message.
I think he was lying about the money. Terror probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Chimpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police. Terror might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Chimpei.
Is Tara the culprit?
That's my assumption. I can't think of any other suspect.
Just who is this terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko. can it? Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death, and she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
Is it
Something has
Soma?
been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow.
Because Soma said he
Chikara
had to
was a
go
member
somewhere.
of NICE, and he knew about Bats 490.
You're
That's
right.
not all.
Oh no.
The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a
And
paranormal
Soma
phenomenon,
also,
as if the
his
same
dad
thing
is
from the
the host of the
Philadelphia
show.
experiment had happened.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation, a false
So
world
he could have
created
stolen
by a
Junpei's
program.
number from
She
his
has done
dad.
all this to give her claim
Contact
credibility?
him
I
on
don't
Nile.
know, but it's possible.
But he's just 12.
In any case, let's go see Tokiko. I have to talk to her.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll back
Tama,
you up
why
until
are
you're
you
satisfied.
letting him go to
Because he's
Tokiko?
pushing himself too much. This has just been 2 days.
I know, but does Tama think... Well, I think he's susceptible to believing in this stuff.
Tama clearly sees that. Because she's like in him. But he's still pushing himself for some reason. Probably wants to figure it out.
I've been expecting you. I thought you
How
would
did
be
you know
around
that makes you way
soon.
more sus?
What do you mean?
I mean, I knew you would come see me.
Why do you greet us like that? We're not in your cult.
Jin's right half didn't teleport.
I've solved the mystery, Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible. We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. Just a ludicrous myth, like UFOs, ghosts,
Kappa.
and Kappa.
What did
I'm
Kappa
sure there are
do to
people
you?
who like to believe
Ryuki.
in these things,
Not
and there are
Ryuki.
groups
What did
who
Kappa do
profit
to you?
by making people believe.
Mr. Ryuki, it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of NICE have nothing to do with this.
Are you sure about that? All the pieces would fit together if Nyes is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon. What was written on the signboard. It all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing that sign along with the corpse on stream?
As
I
I've
don't
told
believe
you, we
you.
are not the ones who made the QR. What is the purpose of the QR video in the first place? Are you saying there is some message urging people to join NICE in it?
I didn't look at him. About this room.
Like a dachi.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
We
just
already know
checking.
everything in the room. You don't have to check it all.
The symbol of NICE. There are 4. They
It
represent. That is
four
yet.
unseen X's. So maybe that has to relate to the story somehow with four unseen things. Okay, tell me more. Why the sunglasses, man?
These aren't sunglasses. It's a fairy's black bra.
What a degenerate.
Anything suspicious about Tokiko?
Not really. She's a kind woman, but I obviously wouldn't tell you even if I did know something. As her secretary, it's part of my job to protect her secrets.
Mamoru is an excellent employee who faithfully fulfills his duty. I have complete trust in him.
I'm honored to hear that. I respect you from the bottom of my heart as well.
See, Kyle?
Gag.
Tomorrow, Tokiko's secretary and bodyguard, an absolute pervert wearing a black fairy's mask on his face. Ryuki, it's not actually.
Do you know Junpei?
No, I don't.
Then do you know about Terror?
I've heard that name on the news, yes. This is about the culprit, is it not?
Yes, but...
I have absolutely no idea who it could
I
be.
don't
I'm
believe
sorry
you.
I can't help you, but
It's murder.
I know of the incident, of course.
Yes, I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely innocent. You are the president of NICE. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
Are you implying I ordered someone to
could've.
kill him?
It's a possibility.
And
Just
what
read
would
your-
be my motive?
Well...
Remember what Tokiko said. Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order
Yeah,
of Percent.
that
Their
too.
order and NICE are heading a completely different direction.
Perhaps NICE and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations. It is true that Nyes and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations believe in the simulation theory. In that respect, we are comrades.
Sure.
What do Knives in the Order of Percent believe in?
We are living in a
We
simulation.
already know what they believe in. Why do we have to ask
world.
again?
And from this
No,
false
the
world, we
specific
seek
difference.
emancipation. On the other hand, the Order of Percent, we are living in a simulation. A false world. But they wish to remain imprisoned within
Oh,
it.
that's why they're seeking
Forever.
immortality.
Forever.
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
A game that lets you rob, murder, blow
What,
things
GTA
up, leave a
5?
trail of debris wherever you go. An absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
Then you can understand. If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever
Oh,
they wish.
so they're
To
basically
them, this
God.
place is a true utopia. A dream world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
That's why they want to live here forever?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using
Weirdo.
the ultimate. What do you
About his
think?
research.
I am aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality. However, I will say one thing. One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie.
As is a lot of mythical things.
By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier? Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. That is clearly false. The simulation theory is not occult.
I mean, I guess.
It falls within the realm of
falls within the
science.
what?
In fact,
Realm of science.
many esteemed scientists
Scientology
have
or
given
whatever.
serious thought to the matter. The theory
But
was
everything
originally
science was
proposed by a
originally
Swedish
occult.
philosopher. However, the concept has been around
So
since long
Ryuki's
ago.
not necessarily wrong that
Even
you're
as
being
far back
occulted,
as the days
Tish.
of Plato and Zhuangzi. This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion. There are great people throughout history who have held such ideas.
But there's no way to prove it is an illusion either, is there?
No, there is plenty of
Like
science
what?
to support it. The holographic principle, theory of relativity, the measurement problem in quantum theory can also
A
be
what?
considered proof.
There's no Tama tip for that?
They're like, oh, that's just common knowledge. Don't worry about it.
The holographic principle?
Even light cannot escape a black hole. I'm sure you've heard this before. Information is the same. It cannot escape a black hole. It's known that the amount of information trapped in this way is not
What?
derived from the volume of the
Information
black hole,
isn't a physical
but the surface
substance.
area. Considering this, you can conclude that information in a three-dimensional space is stored in the boundary of its two-dimensional surface. In other words, all information stored in this universe is encoded in a
If
single
information
flat
is a
plane,
code.
just like a
I'm so
hologram.
confused.
Regarding gravity and other physical processes, they can be completely accounted for through the laws of physics defined by the boundary surface. Let's take a character from an action game, for example.
Mario.
When that character falls, you may think he was pulled to the ground by gravity. However, gravity does not actually exist in the game
Yes.
world. Only code that was
Yes.
written in the program. The character's body is merely made to
Yes.
show as if it fell based on its code.
You think this world is the same?
The holographic principle is not a theory. It is a principle.
If
It has
everything on
already
this
been
planet is
mathematically
code, but it's
proven.
not
I mean,
code.
yeah, it is. Everything's made up by genetics. and
DNA.
DNA,
But
which is
that's,
code.
That's living things are made of code.
Uh-huh.
Objects aren't.
I mean, objects are made up of matter, and matter is also made up of
I'd like
code.
to ask you one thing.
And that's what the scientific table
Matter's
is.
not made out of code.
It's made out of elements, which is
Elements-
technically code.
I guess you could call it code, but it's not.
It's all formulas.
Beings that are far more
Which is
intelligent
math
and
and code.
advanced than we humans. Do you believe a civilization of such beings exists anywhere in this world? And by this world, I mean all possible worlds in the entire universe,
I mean, there
including
could be.
those outside of our own.
Well, somewhere out there, probably.
I agree. Taking that into consideration, we're
Is she
left with
boss?
three
She sounds like
possibilities.
boss.
One, civilization
Oh, yeah.
hasn't reached a level of technology advanced enough to create a simulation that can't be distinguished from reality. Two, civilization has reached a level of technology advanced enough to accomplish this. but it hasn't for some reason. 3. Civilization has
she
reached
talking
that
about?
level of technology and has no strong reason not to use
The
it.
philosopher.
Therefore, they've proceeded with creating an intricate
The
simulation.
Swedish philosopher's claim.
Oh, okay.
Which of these do you think is most likely?
Are you saying it's 3?
That is what a famous Swedish philosopher believed, at least. He further explains that civilization must have run simulations millions or even trillions of times, in which case, it would make sense to believe our world would be included in one of those simulations.
You're saying it's far more likely that we're one of the countless simulated worlds, rather than a world that exists in the one and only reality. Do I have that right?
Yes.
Sure. Oh,
You didn't read the iBus.
I
yeah,
see.
because I was in the options menu. I see.
Then let us leave it
What
at
was
that.
he saying? What was Yuki saying?
That's a nice watch. The
Uh-huh.
trivia says, in Kyoto, people say you have a nice watch as a way to say, can we stop talking already? But making someone look at their watch, they'll see how much time they spent to prompt them to ask them to wrap up the conversation. Tokiko doesn't have a watch, so she must have been really annoyed when she heard this. Additionally, the simulation in the real world may be a simulation itself, kind of like a Matryoshka doll. Just so you know, I'm not saying I believe the simulation theory. The simulation theory isn't too credible because of its Matryoshka aspect. The other one said I'm sleepy, the option on top. I didn't read the right option. But I didn't ask everything, did I?
In any case, there is no denying that the simulation theory is true. But unlike Chikara, I have no interest in the concept of immortality because my objective is to tear at the seams of this world and emancipate us all.
So you mean dying?
No. Death and
She
emancipation
wants us to
are
reclaim our
completely different.
independence.
I have no desire to commit suicide, though I would be fine with dying at any time.
Because this world isn't real.
There is that, yes. However, there is another
If you
reason.
die, you'll be able to see what happens.
If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself. We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we
I
can
mean,
create
she's-
miracles, like reincarnation.
I don't like that.
Or even bringing someone who has already
She's not
passed
technically
back to
wrong
Are you
life.
doing
because,
this because of
she's in the
trauma?
game. And in the game,
Has this woman lost it?
Why did she destroy the glass doll?
I don't know.
Ryuki, you were right. There's clearly a lot of reasons to be suspicious of Tokiko.
Yeah. Let's check with Wingsync.
Well, you used it already.
Oh, it's the next day.
Oh, okay. Good luck, Ryuki. I think you're about to go insane. Don't kill yourself.
Yeah, because we see these things.
I saw
Silly
everything.
things.
If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
What is this?
Looks like Tokiko is blackmailing someone.
What is it she saw?
I don't know. This is as far as we can
We
get
have
through
to sync with her
Wingsync.
for real.
Then...
Yes, let's get a deeper look into her mind using a regular sync.
How are we gonna take her?
Sleep pill.
Yeah, but we can't shove a sleep pill in her mouth.
I guess we can.
Huh.
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 Boss?
Boss.
Boss?
Boss! Boss, I don't agree with your ways.
Maybe she came willingly.
Ryuki, just to confirm, you did get permission, right?
Yes, she accompanied me voluntarily and...
No, I meant from boss.
I haven't seen Boss. She wasn't in the control room.
It's fine. I'll be sure to talk to her later.
I don't think this is a good idea. Besides, you don't look so good, Ryuki.
I'm fine. So please. I need more leads to solve this case.
But you...
What are you gonna say?
Fine. I'll help you for now, but I won't be held responsible. Deal?
That he's already done enough? Yuki looks... Has he slept?
I mean,
Look, Ryuki. Please just don't cause any problems. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes.
Once your computer's done talking.
I absolutely need you to follow this rule.
Yes, understood.
Okay then.
Does he not follow
Let's
this
begin.
rule? What is happening?
I don't even know. Huh.
Well,
I'm thoroughly confused.
I would like to continue this next
It's a
time.
white room.
This looks like the Stanley Parables.
It's a blank white room.
Tokiko, what's wrong with you? There was no water in here. I thought you liked water.
I wonder if this is the nice president's room. It's really white
We're
though.
gonna leave it at
Let's
that.
make an
Yep. Let's save. Next time we'll explore Tokiko's Somnium.
I
and
feel like this is where Ryuki loses it.
maybe be less confused, but I'm also not sure why Ryuki is losing it. Probably because he hasn't slept and he's way too focused on this case.
This is day 2, and they said there's 6 days of investigation.
Mhm.
So maybe he loses it here, and the 4 days is with Mizuki. Bye bye.
Bye bye.